Welcome back, YouTube. This is now going to be the second installment of the building of the Carnifex handgun. And yes, that means I got a new Dremel tool. Actually, I got something kind of entertaining. I got a Dremel tool with a flex shaft attachment. Flex shaft attachment, well, if you don't know what that is, let me show you real quick. So this right here is the flex shaft attachment. What it is, it's it's an attachment pretty much that connects to the end of a Dremel tool, and there's a giant wire inside of it, so when I turn it on, it attaches it to here. It's kind of cool, just because my husband didn't want me buying another small one, because quite literally, my other ones have been this size, and I seem to burn the motor out of these quite frequently, so decided to upgrade to something bigger that could withstand punishment a little bit better. And all we're going to do today is we're going to finally do all of the smooth sanding. We're going to sculpt this just a little bit more with this flex shaft. And so yeah, I'm not going to record too much of that process because it's just me taking this and sanding it down until it's the proper shape that I want it to. But hey, new Dremel tool, so let's get back to work. Alright, so now that everything is all smooth the way I like it, I even added some fun foam up here to cover up all of the mistakes that were caused by adding the foam on the sides, making it uneven and such. So that's now all even. So now the next step is I'm going to add the two barrels that I have here. I cut out a PVC pipe. As you can see on my blueprint, I have one here and one here. I already made little circle indentations here to know where I want them to go. However, these don't quite fit into my indentations, so I switched out the tip to my Dremel tool into a little drilly bit. You can see it, probably not, but and now we're going to just kind of take it and drill a little circle in there where I put the indentations, and then we will glue these into place. So let's get to that. Alright, so now that the barrels are in place, it's just now all detailing work. So as you saw, I did a Dremel tool to make these lines, and then I hit it with the heat gun, and the heat gun got rid of any of the fibers that were still stuck in there. It melted them in there. So that's what that is. So now I just got to do all of these little detail works, and then that'll be entertaining. Other than that, yeah, and then this will be done. So let's get back to that. Alright, now that all the detailing is made out, and again, I cut my template up. I laid it over and then used a push pen and then dotted lines in there, and then after I took that off, I outlined the lines that I made with a Sharpie marker. And also looking at it, I realized I forgot a few pieces. Obviously I forgot this part here, that part there, and obviously this end piece. So I quickly went ahead and made those. And so they're going to go to size, they're going to go about like that. I don't remember if that's exactly what they look like, but I'm going to guess that they are. And then the end piece is going to be two pieces of round foam. And a really quick way to make round pieces of foam like this is take your PVC pipe. Yeah. Take your foam, put it on there, and then start applying pressure and then doing this, and then next thing you know, you have a perfect piece of round foam that you can use. This comes in handy when you make like rivets on foam, so that's really cool. So what I did is I also just cut off the end pieces here so I don't have any of the texture on the back of them, so when I glue them together they'll be flush, and then I'll cut it diagonally so it will fit on that end piece like it's supposed to. But as for these, I'm going to get my hot knife, which I left in the living room of my home. I have to go get that, and then I'm going to heat that up and start doing the detailing here very carefully because it's super hot and it's very easy to get that messed up. Other than that, for these pieces here, which are the little knobs, I'm only going to put them on one side. They're going to go on this side right here. Not going to put them on the left side. And they're going to be random pieces that I pulled from a PlayStation gun controller. Quite literally, I mean, this is all that's left of it, but so I have that, and then I have a little dot that I also pulled off that gun for this longer one, and then for that long knob, I guess, I just cut out a piece of plexiglass that I'm going to glue onto it and put that there. But obviously this is a little bit bigger than that, but hey, it's an actual knob, so, and it will go there kind of like that, so yeah, I'm going to get my hot knife, going to heat up my glue gun so I can attach these pieces, and then get to, like, hardcoring the detail out of this stuff, so be back in a little bit. So now that I attached those pieces that I needed along with those, I have come into a dilemma. I found my hot knife, but I couldn't find the right bit I needed, so we're going to improvise on making some details, and this is good for those who don't have a hot knife like I do. There's some things you can do, like especially for the foam, and it also works on the pink foam, but you have to be a little bit more careful when it comes to the pink foam. So what we're going to be doing is I'm going to etch with a box cutter the detailings that I did, so, and I'm just going to make a smiley face here, a really bad smiley face. And you can see I already tried this before, just to make sure I can still do it, but when you take a heat gun, or if you don't have a heat gun, a hair dryer on high would work just as well. And you constantly go over the area where you made your etch, like in this case my smiley face, and it brings it out. So this is what I'm going to be doing, considering I can't find the bit that I need for my hot knife. And it works. This method will work just as well. I mean, but you have to be very careful, because otherwise you can melt your foam. Especially the pink foam, like I was testing it out here. Again, I made a smiley face, but I held it on too long. As you can see, this stuff is quite delicate. So you would have to be extremely careful when I need to be extremely careful when I get to the pink stuff. But it works just as well. It works amazing on fun foam. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so a few things. I discovered that, you know, instead of risking doing this to the actual gun, I came up with a different idea. Since I don't have the bit for my hot knife, I might as well use a hot knife. So, as most of you know how I cut my foam, I heat up a butter knife that I have with my heat gun, and then I slice the foam. Well, I decided to heat it up, which I'm currently doing, as you can see. Heating it up currently. And then now that it's hot, it works just as well as a hot knife. So, and that's what I'm going to be doing instead, because it leaves a nice indentation for what I'm about to do. So, let's go ahead and do it on the straight area. Obviously I need to be a little bit more careful because I put it in too rough. There we go. Done. And actually, let's turn it off now that I got that figured out. Now for the rivets that I was talking about. So I take my Dremel tool, and instead of this big one that I normally use, we're going to switch it out for the little one because it's just the right size that I need. And what we're going to do is we're going to turn this on. Probably do it low so I don't fuck this up. Anyway, and then we're just going to easily put it straight on there using the tip. Obviously, it probably needs to be a little bit faster. Done. Again. Done. That's how we do the little rounders. Neat trick, huh? Anyway, so now that that's done, we're going to continue doing these areas here. And yeah, be back in a bit. Alright, and now that that's all done, all that's left to do is to prime it and then paint it, which I won't do on camera because 1, I don't have the paints, I need to go get the paints, and 2, I'm fairly certain it's a very easy process for everybody. But like I said, like I said in the part 1 of this video, this is the Carnifex handgun. However, if you don't want to make the Carnifex, instead you want to make the Paladin, the only difference between these two guns is the paint job. But I'm going to be making this into the Carnifex. It's going to be red and black. Paladin's white and black. But yeah, so it's all completed. So I just need to paint it and such. And once the paint job's done, I will update the video with a description, or a link in the description to my DeviantArt page, which will have the completed project on there. Other than that, thank you for watching. This is Adara, also known as Kanius on DeviantArt, signing off, and I'll see you all with the next project.